Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the induction for Shrewsbury High School's new chapter of the National Honor Society. I'm so happy to see all of our new inductees and their families here, as well as our fantastic administration, to celebrate your achievement. Speaking of fantastic administration, I'm very pleased to welcome our principal, Mr. Todd Bizzulo, to the stage to start us off with a few words.
Thanks, Julia. That was quite the introduction. Fantastic. All right. I appreciate that. So thanks for the kind words. I want to welcome members of our school committee, administrators, Dr. Sawyer, parents, grandparents, friends, inductees, invited guests, and Mr. Patrick Hamilton, who served as our National Honor Society induction ceremony speaker. I also want to take this opportunity to recognize and thank the current members and officers of the National Honor Society who served as outstanding role models for our school community. That's not my wife. I've been impressed with your work over the last year and extremely pleased and know undoubtedly that you're prepared for success beyond the walls of Shrewsbury High School. So, I typically offer my this welcoming address is very short, but I also want to share some thoughts and considerations with our inductees. So, to our inductees, congratulations. You've demonstrated work ethic, commitment to the 4 pillars of NHS, which we'll talk about later. This ceremony is a tribute to your steadfast determination for meeting the strict criteria required for admission into Shrewsbury High School's National Honor Society. As I thought about what I wanted to share with you tonight, I could not help but consider the difficult task of saying something articulate, memorable to our school's best and brightest. I'm certain many of you are more eloquent than I am and can provide me with some sound advice to navigate high school, also social media, and maybe some sage advice on life. So please bear with me as I attempt to share a few of my thoughts with you. And I've really tried to figure out how to marry 2 topics that I've thought a lot about recently and share my key takeaway with you and your families and how it relates back to your success and the 4 pillars of NHS. So, for those of you who do not know, I'm a former history teacher. Is that surprising? Okay, it is. So, a quick history lesson, like all history teachers do, a quick history lesson. And they're not really connected, so just bear with me. But serious all the more. June 6, 1944. This June marks the 75th anniversary of Operation Overlord, or the invasion of Normandy and D-Day. It's probably one of the most significant events that helped shape the 20th century, that led to the defeat of Nazism and fascism. And you all, students, have studied about World War II, but to me, the stories of the human condition and spirit and the stories and reactions of people during that time are the most compelling. I tend not to focus on historical events, but yet, for me, it's always about the characters in those stories and the story of those people. So, back to D-Day. What's incredible about D-Day was just a level of detail and planning that occurred. And yet, with all this planning, for those that know a little bit about D-Day, the weather didn't cooperate, the artillery stuff didn't work, rough seas, weather delays, insurmountable obstacles. But what was really remarkable was the resolve of the people who were involved in those landings, the resolve and determination. People from small cities and towns, people that shared values, people like us. They demonstrated courage, bravery, leadership, and service, 2 pillars of NHS, for the greater good of humanity. The work of the greatest generation has allowed us to live here in relative peace and prosperity, and all of you conducted service and leadership, which has allowed you entrance to NHS. But my question to you as you complete this year, inductees, and enter senior year of high school, is what are you going to do to continue to demonstrate leadership and service to make the lives of the people around us better and bring value to our community? What are you going to do for the greater good? So, not connected, but just finished reading a book on James Garfield, our 20th President of the United States. So the book is The Destiny of the Republic, a tale of madness, medicine, and the murder of a president. Everyone remembers this from US 2? US 1, US 2? Yes? Shake your heads like we did this with you. All right, good. I'll tell Miss DeFrancesca she's doing a great job. Candace Millard wrote this book, and Millard basically weaves the stories of President Garfield's personal life, which has some really interesting tidbits in it, particularly for a seemingly forgotten president. So, some of these tidbits include growing up in abject poverty, losing his father at the age of 2, not having shoes until he was 4. He worked on the Erie and Ohio canals, where he had a near-death experience, and upon his return from that work, he attended Williams College in Massachusetts. He served as an officer in the Civil War, became president of the current Hiram College, passed the Ohio Bar, served as a congressman, and then president. Garfield's ascendancy to the presidency was complicated and unwanted. He was a result of the compromise between two factions in his own political party, as the two sides had to agree to select a less polarizing candidate after the Civil War. Garfield was it, and he was nominated against his will. Garfield then went on to win the popular election against Winfield Scott Hancock, a Democrat who carried the South vote, and he was reluctantly elected president. Tough stuff. Garfield was a man of principle, though, a strong abolitionist, a supporter of voters' rights for freed slaves, civil rights, a member of the reform arm of his party, who were looking to eliminate the spoils system, patronage, and create a civil service system for the greater good of the citizens. Unfortunately, Garfield did not see his vision complete as he was shot and died nearly 80 days from infection of his wound. So it's a quick and sad story. He spent 6 months as president. Garfield, although nearly forgotten, was a man who we can all take a lesson from. He demonstrated his strength of character, another NHS member, by overcoming adversity, staying true to his principles and values, working to create reforms to benefit the greater good for the citizenry. He was someone who demonstrated the beginning and the ideals of the American dream. The ideal of equal opportunity available to anyone, a dream where education can provide a means to improve your life. So, Garfield's scholarship, another pillar of NHS, is noteworthy and serves as an example of the value of a strong work ethic, resiliency, and perseverance, and is a model of the power of education and scholarship. The power education and scholarship can have on your lives and the lives of others. So, inductees, the question you also have to consider, I want you to consider tonight, is what are you going to do to continue to demonstrate strength of character and commitment to your scholarship after this evening? You are truly an outstanding group of kids, accomplished young group of men and women, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you will live the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society and what you will do to leave your legacy behind here at Shrewsbury High School. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bizzidlo, for that great introduction. So I've been asked to say a few words, so I'm going to jump right into it because we have a long list of names to get through tonight. So once again, I'm Julia Duda, and I'm the president of NHS for the 2018 to 2019 school year. Now, simply put, and this is for all the new inductees, senior year is tough. You are some of the smartest kids in your class, and I'm sure that you all have plenty of extracurriculars and jobs and APs to worry about. But my point is not to scare you, rather I want to give you some advice. As a member of NHS, you're required to complete a certain amount of hours of service. Now, you can view this one of 2 ways, either as a burden to you or as an opportunity. The way I see it, a volunteer is not paid not because they are worthless, but because they are priceless. Whatever service you do, whatever people you work with, whatever time you can give, those small acts can lead to big changes. Maybe you help to clean up in an animal shelter. Simple, right? Well, what if by doing that, you wipe up some bacteria that could have harmed one of the dogs? And I know you're getting flashbacks to those ASPCA commercials with the sad puppies. Don't cry, it's okay, I promise. But think about it. You put in the time and you make a change. And what about the local nonprofit helping needy children? What if by helping to tutor one kid in math, you ignite their passion for it? And perhaps they end up becoming a mathematician or a statistician. You put in the time and you make a change. Though I know that these examples may be a little bit far-fetched, I bring them up because that's essentially what NHS did this year for our group volunteering hours. Every time that one of our members was at Second Chance Animal Shelter or Friendly House, they made a change. Perhaps not those exact changes, but I know they helped bring smiles to little kids, have fun with cats and dogs, and continue on in their own ways of helping people. Now it's your time. For every single one of you who sits here in front of me, I know that you're bound for greatness, and it's easy to get overwhelmed with senior year. But I urge you not to lose sight of what volunteering means to you. Don't do it for the hours on your college applications, though I know it's a great plus, but rather do it for you. American leader Gordon B. Hinckley, I think, puts it best. The best antidote I know for worry is work. The best cure for weariness is the challenge of helping someone who is even more tired. One of the great ironies of life is this: he or she who serves almost always benefits more than he or she who is served. So, as you all now become members of NHS, which once again I congratulate you for, I hope you all take on your duty with passion and with flair. And most importantly, I hope that every single second that you help someone, that you have fun, and that you bask in those moments of time. Thank you. So now I am very pleased to introduce a very special guest speaker this evening. Patrick Hamilton currently serves as senior leader for Booz Allen Hamilton, a defense contractor, where he is responsible for over a wide variety of Department of Defense systems, including the weapon system that runs the 9/11 air defense mission. Patrick has additional responsibility on a wide variety of weapon systems and with a technological focus in the areas of IT and software development. Patrick serves as a board member and industry president for a professional organization called AFCEA. AFCEA is an organization comprised of military, government, and defense industry members that focuses on volunteering and providing high school student college scholarships for the advancements of science, technology, engineering, and math initiatives. Patrick's role in AFCEA includes leadership over significant volunteer and community outreach initiatives, and organizing fundraising events that provided over $65,000 in college scholarships over the past year. With that, I welcome Mr. Hamilton to the podium.
Thank you, Julia, for the introduction. So first off, I want to start by congratulating everyone in the audience tonight. Congratulations to the parents, family, and faculty for leading these students to tremendous opportunity. And congratulations to the students for your academic success that's gotten you to this point. I understand that I'm the person standing in between you and getting your certificate and going home. Well, most of you are sitting there stressing out about the walk up here on the podium, making sure you don't trip when you get your certificate. Consider this like it's a practice for graduation. As you prepare for your senior year, I challenge you to stand out as leaders. Take the opportunity from National Honor Society as not just a platform for personal growth, but find a way to make a direct impact in your community. The main point I want to go over today is to find a volunteer opportunity that makes you uncomfortable. What I mean by uncomfortable is something that you would not normally sign up for. This would be something that is not easy, something that would be a challenge, something that is not just checking the box to get a metrics to meet hours. Because from the most uncomfortable and challenging opportunities will come the most satisfying experiences. The list of ways you can impact your community is long, and there's a lot of tremendous opportunities out there. Whether you are going to pick up trash in Dean Park or dress up like a clown and juggle at a local hospital. But for those of you who can't juggle, I ask you to think about how you're going to make a difference. I had the opportunity last month to participate in a program called Rebuild Boston. Rebuild Boston was comprised of a group of 20 volunteers that we worked on rebuilding a house in an underprivileged neighborhood. And this brings me to the most important person about my speech, and that's Mary. So Mary is the homeowner of this house that qualified for the program. Mary's someone who's lived in the same house for the last 30 plus years. Her and her son both suffer from differing medical conditions that don't allow them to do the basic homeowner activity. They can't financially afford to rebuild their house in any way, shape, or form. And to put it in perspective, Mary's house has not had a fresh coat of paint in over 30 years. So spending an entire Saturday with a group of friends, coworkers, and strangers is an experience that I'll never forget. My job that day was painting the ceilings. So as I painted the ceilings and moved from room to room, Mary would follow me around and give me hugs. And she would tell me how much she appreciated me. And I understand most of you may not like a strange old lady following you around the house all day, giving you hugs. I'll tell you one thing. At the end of the day, when Mary walked into the house and saw the finished product, when we had completed all the rooms, Mary had tears streaming down her face, telling everyone on our team how much she appreciated us. And that's the type of rewarding experience that I really can't explain. So volunteering and supporting your community is not a 12-month sentence. Some of you are going to go on to four-year schools where you'll play sports, you'll clubs, fraternities, sororities, and in all those places you'll have opportunities to support your community. But even if you don't go to college, it doesn't matter that I think what you will learn from this program and volunteering over the next year, you'll take with you to find other opportunities to volunteer in your community over the next future for your lifetime. And this is the message I want to leave you guys with today. Challenge you to do something that makes you uncomfortable. Find something that is going to be a full, rewarding experience where you can go and help someone like Mary. But find something that requires the leadership and the courage to sign up. Challenge the people that are sitting next to you. Challenge your peers. Challenge them to take something like this on that will allow you guys to create experiences that will carry you well beyond the next year. Clearly, by the size of today's audience, the class of 2020 has a bright future ahead. I wish you guys the best as you enter your senior year. I hope you enjoy your summer, and I want to say thank you for allowing me to come in and speak today. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hamilton, for those remarkable words. Now we're going to move forward to review the qualifications of National Honor Society members. The membership of Shrewsbury High School's chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by the effective demonstration of the four qualities held in high esteem by the society. Four of our members will now review these qualities for our candidates.
Character. Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each of us our individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and, when developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, striving daily to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be, in reality, what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
Scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus to lead a substantive change to each of our members.
Service. My office is service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need, without monetary compensation or without recognition, is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow.
All right. Now I welcome to the podium our advisors, Mrs. Canny and Ms. Moriarty, as well as Mr. Pazidlo, to present the certificates to our new inductees.
Thanks, Julia. Will the first two rows please rise? Donald Icardi. Hamza Aman. Victoria Ambrosino. Rita Amrose. Rebecca Anani. Astiva Astana. Amni Baga. Alex Berry. Sarah Berry. Tara Basim. Aaron Bodick. Kendall Bortel. Sasha Brownstein. Caitlin Buckley. Emily Sharon. Nahal Chowdhury. Yash Chauhan. Ronnie Chen. Kimberly Chook. Isha Chubb. Abigail Clifford. Gabrielle Constantine. Charlotte Koski. Anna Cordamash. Julia Creamer. Zachary DeBag. Stephanie Del Razio. Anish Desai. Sakshi Dindore. John Doyle. Akshay Dupangantala. Joel Ekstrom. Joseph Leonis. Megan German. Charles Germanos. Andy Gaia. Ashley Gerard. Elizabeth Hardy. Isabella Hassler. Farah Hatham. James Heath. Jacob Hendricks. Joshua Hollier. Joanna Fu. Hannah Wong. Jordan Heward. Sophia Hughesby. Grace Highland. Fiona Ingersoll. Adam Catterjee. Colleen Cohane. Andrew Caricon. Kristen Cons. Shakti Kumaresan. Megan Lambert. Andrew Lee. Amoy Lin. Lisa Lubavitch. Samuel Luga. Shashank Madarapu. Alec Myrojan. Lexus Mastromateo. Brady McHugh. Colleen McNamara. Sean McQuaid. Joseph Mursky. Tasneen Mohammed. Thomas Morgera. Jacob Morin. Rachel Muratori. Harshitha Naharati. Kevin Nguyen. Sriya Namagata. Maha Noor.
Sufana Norwes. Sean Norana. Michaela O'Connor. Armitha Patham. Jessica Pang. Sophia Pang. Andrew Pitney. Thomas Pitney. Ishan Prabhu. Nidhi Ramesh. Afra Rendani. Arshia Sachdeva. Tanvi Sani. Sheila Sawyer. Sania Sayed. Matthew Scarbo. Erica Schechter. Halima Siddiqui. Shruti Sebumani. Anjali Tanu. Catherine Tillich. Lauren Talkman. Jessica Tracia. Caitlin Urbanik. Tanner Walling. Lana Wang. Hafsa Wakar. Sophia Westorp. Athena Wu. Congratulations to the new inductees. Give yourself a round of applause.
Students, please rise to repeat the pledge. I pledge to maintain a high scholastic standing, to hold as fundamental and worthy, an untarnished character, to endeavor intelligently and courageously, to be a leader, and to give of myself freely in service to others. In so doing, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the National Honor Society. Please be seated. Now we will announce the new officers for the National Honor Society for the 2019 to 2020 school year. The new Service Learning Liaison is Colleen Cohane.
The new treasurer is Joanna Hu.
The new secretary is Charlie Germanos.
The new vice president is Joseph Leonis.
Finally, the new president of the National Honor Society for 2019 to 2020 is Lana Wang. For coming, and once again, congratulations to our new inductees. Have a good night.